Eamonn Holmes certainly didn't hold back in his latest podcast episode as the GB News presenter slammed his former co-hosts in a scathing rant. GB News presenter Eamonn Holmes has slammed his former TV colleagues in a furious rant, branding them false in the heated debate. The 65-year-old broadcaster was joined by co-host Paul Coit and actor Ray Winstone on Saturday for their latest episode of his Things We Like podcast. During an open conversation, Ray spoke about his time living in the heart of Los Angeles and how the artificial buzz of Hollywood ultimately pushed him to return to the UK. He told listeners, "I couldn't live in LA, it's constant. Even the guy who puts petrol in your car works in the industry. It's like every 2 minutes, it's all they want to talk about. We talk about birds and football and boxing, they talk about movies. Hollywood and Los Angeles are wonderful places when you're doing all right, but not when you're not." It was at this point that Eamonn jumped in to share his dislike for the fake relationships he has found during his time in the entertainment industry. The presenter said in a mocking tone, "I don't like this character, I don't like so-and-so, I like that person, I didn't get on with them. That's what the business is based on. I mean, I'm like you, Ray. I get myself into trouble because if I don't like someone, they'll know I don't like them. And there are so many horrible people that you end up with. People say, oh, he's lovely, he's fantastic." Sharing his candid opinion on the actor and celebrity fakeness, he went on, "If they say to me, 'What's that Ray Winstone like?' I'll say he is lovely, and he is fantastic, and people will believe me because I wouldn't say it if you weren't, but so many are just false, false, false." Although all three men agreed on the issue, they failed to name anyone specifically connected to their views. In 2021, Eamonn left This Morning to join GB News after 15 years on the famous blue sofa presenting the ITV show alongside his then-wife Ruth Langsford. Explaining that all good things come to an end, a source told The Mirror at the time that Eamonn's departure came at just the right moment for both him and ITV. It was later revealed in November that Eamonn and Ruth, who filled in for Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield on Fridays, had been cut from their weekly slot to be replaced with Alison Hammond and Dermot O'Leary. At the time, Eamonn and Ruth sent out a joint statement which read, "It's a changing of the guard on Fridays from January. We hope you make Alison and Dermot as welcome as you've made us over the years. Have a ball you two. It's not goodbye from us, it's simply au revoir until the next half-term." Eamonn had been a mainstay on This Morning alongside his then-partner Ruth since 2006. Prior to that, he fronted ITV's breakfast show GMTV, hosting its first-ever broadcast in 1993. He appeared alongside fellow ITV stalwarts Kate Garraway and Lorraine Kelly. However, he left the long-running show in 2005, stating it had become too celebrity-focused and no longer covered important news. The presenter then moved to Sky's Sunrise, which he hosted with Charlotte Hawkins, who also later moved over to ITV. The star also returned to the channel in 2006 with Ruth as This Morning's Friday presenters. Ruth had previously been a guest presenter on the show since 1999.